Question time, guys. Does this make you happiest in crypto? When the markets are green, the bubbles are all green, your portfolio is going up and up and up, everybody's making money, or do you prefer it when the market's like this, red? You have to ask yourself a question, guys. Are you happy with your current portfolio? If you're happy with it, then you just wait for the red and you ride the green. If you're not happy with it and you need to build, you need to be looking into the red to start building. It's pointless building in green. You need to be building in red. We need to be buying those pullbacks and not those extensions. So what does my portfolio look like? We're down $6.53 on the total portfolio. It's 4.4%. Remember, this is an affordable portfolio. I've started from $50 and we're now at $143.42 and down 4.4%. So two cryptos have caught my eye today. We've got two cryptos that are in buy zones. One of them is going to make the portfolio by the end of the day, and I'm going to show you the reason why. Let's dive in. So this is early stage building on this portfolio. We've got three tokens in there. We've put $150 in there and we're down a few percent. Crypto markets took a bit of a battering over the last couple of days, nothing major, still holding strong levels. We've managed to get them at such a low level that they're not bleeding as much as the rest of the market. So what we're going to do is go over the current three, find out how they're performing, and then we'll look into the next two. So Arbitrum's first. And I still like Arbitrum. We said that we needed to get above this level here, 78 cents. We need to get above and we need to hold it. I managed to get Arbitrum at 80 cents. I liked the break and I liked this here. Just entered into the bull zone. This is the 50% level of the RSI. The green zone is the bull zone. And if you just look, every time that you get into the bull zone, you'll see you get a pump. You get a pump. When you're holding the bull zone like this, that's the bull market. So we've entered into the bull zone. You can see that we've not just entered, we've come back down, we've tested it as support. So that's positive for Arbitrum, and that's looking quite nice for me. Let me just show you, with reversal patterns, you're looking for a reversal. It's really difficult to get reversal patterns. It's always best to follow the trend. But however, when you're in a macro pullback, you need to be looking for reversal signals. So on Arbitrum, these reversal signals tend to look something like this. Double bottom, confirmed double bottom, confirmed low, higher high, or something like this. And it happens time and time again, guys. Every time you see a reversal, you'll see one of these patterns or something similar. Something like this. Left shoulder, head, come back down, right shoulder, break. You'll see it time and time and time again. So you can look out for these patterns. You can look out for the indications that that's going to actually happen. So we've had the break. That's positive. We've regained the bull zone. That's positive. We've retested the bull zone. That's positive. Now we have a breakthrough here, close above. We come back down, test this as a low. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Look for reversal patterns. Look for opportunities. Right, Beam's the next one. And we've seen that we had a bullish divergence on Beam. We had a bullish divergence, we had a break, that was positive. We're above the 50 moving average, that's positive. And to get to the 200 moving average from where price action is currently sitting, that is 102%. That's not to be sniffed at. This is one of the reasons why we put Beam into the portfolio last week. The last one in the portfolio currently is Scallop. Now Scallop, we've lost a little bit on Scallop. It's come back, it's retested, and it's holding support. Let me just zoom in a bit. It's retested, it's holding support. This is the level that we need to hold on Scallop. And it's looking good for me as a retest. So if you didn't get into Scallop in the first instance, Scallop is looking like a buy to me. Not financial advice, guys. It's just a break and a retest. Right, okay, the two that I'm looking at to add into the portfolio, which one's it going to be? First one's a left zero. Why did I pick that? I showed you this last week, guys, and one thing that was concerning me was the downside risk here. The downside risk potential here, because we hadn't built up any kind of price action. We've held a little bit of support here. I'm kind of thinking, I'm a little bit like that mix, whether to add it to the portfolio now or not. I've measured the downside. Downside risk is 77.79. So there's two ways of playing this. You either have stop losses below the low if you're trading, or if you're investing, you can look at bringing your average down. If we get a further drop from here, and you're putting $50 allocation in here and in here, your average is being brought to here. That means that you're getting it for 30 cents rather than getting it for 44 cents. So it's a powerful tool to bring your average down, and it's a good thing to prepare if you're in portfolio building stage. If you're in trading stage, it's a completely different matter. You want to be in, you want to be out, you want to be exposing the least amount of capital at risk possible. So we've measured, we've got 77.79% to the downside. However, we could bring our average down if we got a nasty move. Remember, to go 77% down, that's going all the way back here to its launch, all the way back to its launch. So it's not as likely to happen. However, it's a possibility. You need to prepare for that. Right, okay, move. This was a strong base for such a long period of time. This held for 763 days. It held for. We dropped through, we've hit a base, and now I measured from where current price action is now, just back to this previous support, which will now flip as resistance. That's 80% to the upside, so that's not to be sniffed at. To get back to this previous high from this range that we were in for 700 odd days, that's 346% to the upside. Now, are we entering the bull zone or are we in the bear zone? We're well in the bear zone. We're still in the bear zone. We haven't entered the bull zone yet. So that's left zero. There's a couple of conditions that are saying yes to me. There's one thing that I'm not too happy about, and that is that we're under the 50-day moving average and we're not in the bull zone. So the next one, Propy. Now, I've measured the downside on this and measured the upside on this. What we've got here, we've got the nice break. We entered slightly into the bull zone and then come back down and fell through. So it didn't hold as support. That's why the ones that we picked last week, guys, and the week before, that's why they're holding strong support. They were buys before. These ones weren't buys. Now I'm a little bit more interested. So this is the area that needs to hold support on Propy. And it's currently holding support at the moment. Let me just check a fib on this. See if we're holding any levels. You've got 786, guys. Come down, 786, confirmed as support. Come back down, 786, confirmed as support. Bullish divergence down here. Bullish divergence. And then you've got the retest. Okay, I think it's this one, guys. It's going to be this one. We've got 68% to the downside if we drop all the way back down to this range here. If we drop all the way back down there, 68% to the downside. If we come back, hold this as support, and then make a move to the previous swing high, which was back in 14th of April 2024, that's 208%. So it's looking like, guys, this is the more conservative option for me. I'm going with less risk this time. I know that the markets are in red. We could go with a left zero. It's not holding a strong support. The 786 is held on this once, twice, and we're holding support. So in my mind, we're less likely to come down here on Propy than we are on a left zero. So it's Propy that's going in there. I'm adding it to the portfolio. You'll see it very shortly in the portfolio. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next, guys, because I'm building this. I'm adding your choices to my portfolio watch list. And then when they're in the buy zones, if it's the right time for me, I'm buying. So let me know in the comments what you want me to cover, and I'll see you in the next one.